Hey everybody, so we're back up at the shop today. Thought I'd give you a little update on progress on the truck, show you where we're at and what we're working on. So we're currently working on a couple of things, air conditioning, and we had a place with the part with the shifter mount we need to replace. So I'll go through all of that, show you both inside and out. So currently working on the air conditioning, and we got the air conditioning lines right here, and the new compressors over here too, somewhere on one of these. There it is, yeah, down there in the thing. So let me show you what we got. We've got the belt off the engine here. I'll show you. And that compressor there we have to replace. It won't work with what we're doing. So we've got the power by the hour adapter brackets that'll go on the engine block and mount the new compressor that we have. So that's the project for now, but we also have another project. So as I've talked about before, I'm running the 6-speed MT82 that came with the Mustang, and I would prefer a Tremec, but I'll probably do that upgrade at some point in the future. For now, I'm going to work with this MT82, see if we can have some fun with it, and if it blows up, it blows up. But anyway, so there's a company called FormaCars, F-O-R-M-A Cars, C-A-R-S. They have a website. If you're doing this type of conversion where you're doing a Coyote swap and you're going to use the MT82, I strongly recommend their kit that they have, because the factory Mustang and MT82 has like an 18-inch tail shaft on the end of it that relocates the shifter farther back, because it would sit in between the front seats in the Mustang. But most applications, you're not going to need that or use that. That won't work. So this company FormaCars makes a kit that eliminates that tail shaft and moves the shifter forward to the rear tailpiece of the transmission. I'll show you that here. It's going to be hard to see, but I'm going to show you. So that's the piece up there. And let's let this down a little bit where I can kind of get to it a little bit better. I'll bring the truck down a couple of feet so I can get my hand up in there, get the camera up in there and show you. So this lift is really slow and old, so it takes its time coming down. Got to manually release the locks. Old school. Alright, let's bring it down where I can get the camera up in there and we'll show you what we're doing. Alright. So the Mustang, I'll show you here, up here, would have a tailpiece up there where my hand is, and that would move the shifter way back here somewhere, which is too far back in this application. So the FormaCars company, they make a lot of custom conversion kits for kit cars, Shelby Cobra kits, that type of stuff, and they work with Factory 5 is one of their big customers that they supply parts to. So this is their kit that relocates the shifter to the top of the transmission, the tailpiece on the transmission right above the drive shaft. And it's a great kit. It works perfect. I'll show you the interior here in just a minute. And we had a little problem with it where somebody who didn't understand that there was a reverse lockout got in it and jammed the shifter into reverse and ripped the threads out of the housing that holds the shifter. So frustrating, but not the part of the fault of the person. So anyway, what we're going to do is take the transmission loose. So we'll take the mount apart here and put a jack under it, and we'll lower the transmission down a little bit, give us a little more access up there, and we'll tilt the transmission down, and we'll remove this this housing, this shifter housing, and replace it. So not hard to do, but let me show you. Let me show you the inside of the truck. You can get a little bit better idea of what I'm talking about if you see how it goes through on the inside. So this lift is super slow. Check it out. Very slow, but it works, so it's all good. Still got to have the body work done. We haven't had the rocker panel of the fender. You can see the gap there on the door. We still got to do all that, get that work done. But it's coming along. Truck runs and drives, and take it out and take it for a rip around the block if I want to. So not a big deal. This lift is painfully slow. Painfully slow. So sorry about the delay, folks. But hey, that's all right. So we're just about down. Probably can get to where I need to get right about now. Yeah, that's probably good enough. So, all right. So here we go. I'm gonna flip this camera around and show you. So let me here we go. So this is what it looks like on the inside, and that is a Barton brand shifter. I replaced the stock Mustang piece with this Barton shifter extension piece, and there's your reverse lockout right there. So what happened is this plate right here where these screws are at got ripped out of the housing. Now we threaded them back in for now, and it's holding. As long as we're delicate with it, it's good enough for us to put it in gear and move the truck around the shop, so that works for now. But all this is going to come out. All that's going to come out, and then we'll remove that housing from the bottom and replace it, put it all back together. And I've got another one, so let me show you what that looks like. Turn the light off here. So I'll put this over here where we can see it. So here's our shifter boot, leather shifter boot, and here's that housing right there. So as you can see, the way this goes in, these screws that I showed you on the top when I was inside the truck. And then there'll be some bushings that go in here and in here, and then the shifter will go in, and we'll put it all back together, and we'll be good again. So that's the next job we got to do. But anyway, that's kind of where we're at with it for now, and more updates to come. And can't wait to get this thing out on the street and get after it. I want to have this wrapped up here in the next month or so. We'll be done with this, and I can start doing all the little stuff at home again. So, all right. Well, hey, appreciate y'all sticking around and hanging out with me, checking in on the project update, and y'all have a good day.